Hello guys and welcome to today's episode where today, as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about the top 10 things everybody hates within Clash of Clans. So before we get ourselves into this, as I mentioned in every single one of these types of videos, these top 10 are not in any specific order whatsoever, so please, if you have any opinion on that, be sure to let me know down below in the comment section. Also, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on post notifications to be notified every single time I upload a video. Be sure to comment something down below in the comment section. I respond to every single one of those. And finally, please be sure to go ahead and check out my Twitter profile where I do post every single day. Now that being said, let's get ourselves into the video. So that being said, let's kick it off with the first one. So the first one right here is when you used to get spell looted. Now what I mean by this is back in the day you would actually be able to drop the lightning spell on the storages, on the dark elixir storages, on the elixir storages, and also on the gold storages. Now that was back about a year ago I believe, and that was just absolutely dreadful up until the moment that Supercell actually decided to remove that feature. But when that was a thing, that was literally so annoying. Everybody hated that when it happened to them, but when they actually did it to others, they felt so good about it, especially when they went into the revenge attack and actually did the exact same thing and stole the exact same amount of dark elixir back and maybe even more. That just felt really good. But when you got spell looted, that was absolutely awful. I am so happy that this is not a thing any longer, because if it was, then that would just be absolutely terrible. You would be spell looted all the time. But that was the only one out of these 10 things that was back in the day. Now the rest of these things are going to be for now, so we're going to continue with number 2 right here, which is when you mess up your war attack. And this is just absolutely awful, you guys, because you go ahead, go into war, you feel absolutely good about yourself, you've got your plan all set to go, you've got your army, you've got your spells, you have set an entire plan of how you're going to attack the base and all that stuff, and then you go into your war attack and you just absolutely fail miserably. Like, you don't even get a 1-star, or maybe you get a 1-star, a 2-star, but you were aiming for the 3-star, and sadly you just absolutely mess up the attack, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. You cannot go back in time and actually reverse the attack, which is the worst feeling ever when you've planned all of that attack and you just mess up in general, and it's not a nice feeling, you guys. You just feel bad because you've got some of your clanmates which may be shouting at you, but other clanmates may be good try and all that stuff. They try making you feel better, but you still just feel bad because you had that entire plan, and then at the end of the day you sadly failed, even though you had a really good plan, because you just didn't execute it the way you wanted to execute it, or you did, but the plan just wasn't good in general. So that was number 2, you guys. Let's move on to number 3, which is going to be when you skip a base by accident. Now this one may be the worst one out of these all, because you have found a base with a ton of loot, literally so much loot in the base, maybe 1 million of each, or even 500 or 600,000 of each, which you don't find so many times, and then you skip it by accident. I'm not gonna lie, this has happened literally to every single one of these people watching this video. If it has not happened to you, well, just prepare yourself, because I can promise you it is going to happen at some point, and you're going to feel absolutely terrible. You're not gonna want to play Clash of Clans any longer. Okay, maybe that is exaggerating a little bit, but it is just absolutely awful. I mean, just think about it. Or maybe when you're trophy pushing and you accidentally click the skip button on a like 50 trophy offer, which is like the rarest offer ever. I mean, 59 trophy offer is the most rare offer ever, but yeah, that is the biggest amount of trophies you can actually get from a base. But imagine skipping that offer whilst you're trophy pushing, or imagine skipping 600, 700, 800,000 of each resource, and yeah, you're just gonna feel absolutely awful. So this may even be the worst one out of all of these from my top 10 list. But yeah, let's move on to the next one, which is going to be when you lose internet connection. So this can happen on many occasions, whether it's a war attack, whether it is whilst you're searching for a base, or whether you have found a base with a lot of loot, you have already started attacking it, and you start losing your internet connection. So in all of those occasions, it is first of all when you see that little icon icon, the Wi-Fi icon, you start getting stressed, especially if it's a war attack, because that's crucial for your clan, and nobody's going to believe you that you lost internet connection or something like that, because they may think that it's just an excuse that you failed the attack. But you see that little icon and you're like, oh damn, what am I going to do now? I'm starting to lose internet connection. You start worrying, you try to plug in the Wi-Fi thingy again in your plug, but it's not working. You're starting to lose internet connection, and then the internet connection lost. The little icon does pop up and you're like, okay, damn it, I lost internet connection. You log into the game again and you see you cannot continue attacking, because obviously once you log out and then you log in again, the attack is gone. The attack is has ended basically. So that is like one of the worst feelings ever. Again, whether it's a war attack, whether you're searching for a base, whether you are already attacking a base with a lot of loot or for a lot of trophies, especially when you're trophy pushing, you guys. When you're trophy pushing and you lose internet connection, that is absolutely awful, because it doesn't matter how many trophies the offer is, the amount of trophies you're going to lose is always going to be in the 20s or the 30s, and that is just absolutely awful, especially if you're in the Titans/Legends League. It is just really bad. So make sure you've got a good internet, because otherwise you may be in a lot of trouble. Now moving on, we've got when you argue with your clanmates. Now this one may not actually be for every single one of you guys, but it actually does occur with me quite a lot. Well, not a lot, but sometimes it does occur. I do argue with some of my clanmates sometimes, and it's just not a nice thing. It's one of the things that everybody hates, especially, well, I mean, people that spectate it actually have a lot of fun because they like drama. I mean, everybody likes drama, especially on YouTube, but this is a different thing. It's like clan drama basically. So people watching, they have a lot of fun because they see the two people arguing, but the two people that are arguing with each other, or the 3-4 people, whoever it may be, co-leader versus member, co-leader versus elder, elder versus elder, whatever the case, it is just awful, because so one person will have the better points, and then the other people are going to agree with that one person, and the other person is just going to be like, okay, I'm starting to lose this argument, I guess. And it's just a really bad feeling in general, because then the next day you log on and you don't really want to talk to that person. At some point you're obviously going to be okay with each other, hopefully. I mean, that's at least how me and my clan members do work. But yeah, that is one of the worst feelings, because it's not nice arguing with your clan members, and I really don't like it when I do that with my clan members. But sometimes it does happen, whether it's about an update where I think it's a bad update and the other guy thinks it's a good update, whether it's about a war attack I failed, whether it's about something else, loot or anything, whatever, there may be a silly argument, and yeah, it's not a nice thing. But anyways, let's move on to the 6th one, I believe, or the 5th one. I'm not 100% sure, I've lost count by now, but it's going to be when you lose a war. So in general, not only an attack, but when you lose war in general, that's just awful, because it may be like a really close war, and the last person may be attacking and you just sadly lose war, and it's just everybody has attacked, especially when you haven't been in war for a while and everybody was winning all the time, and then you get added in war for once and you lose that one war. It's basically a waste of loot, a waste of elixir for your troops, and I mean, it is good on the one side because you practice some of your attacks, but then on the other side it's bad because you lost the war attack, and nobody wants to lose war in general. I mean, it's just awful when you lose war, and I really don't like it when I lose war, and I believe every single one of you guys watching this video must be agreeing with me that losing war is not really the nicest thing ever. But anyways, that was a really short one. Let's move on to the next one, which also may not be for every single one of you guys, but I know this is in my clan something that is terrible: when you are on a 0 to 100 donation ratio. Now if you don't know what that means, it's basically when you donate troops, you have like a donation ratio where either you donate or you receive troops. So what I mean is 0, when I say you have a donation ratio of 0 to 99, I mean you've donated 0 and you've received 99 troops. Now that is really bad, because in some clans you need to have some sort of I guess number of troops you have donated, like you have to donate a certain amount of loot to stay in the clan or to become an elder or whatever, and sometimes you just haven't done that, and it's like the the end of the season and you have to get those donations in, and you just don't want to donate your troops. And I know how it feels, because you've got your attack strategy ready and you just sometimes do not want to donate, but you have to, and it's a bad feeling, because I mean, on the one side you should help your clanmates, but on the other side you don't want to waste your troops, kind of, because you don't want to lose time on training the rest of the troops, and it just feels bad when you've got 0 donated troops and then a lot of troops received. It looks bad on your profile, and it is bad in general. So moving on, we've got when you haven't used your attacks within war, and it's like the final seconds of war something or whatever. Just in general, you haven't used your attacks, you're the last person attacking, and it's terrible, because you get really frustrated, you get anxious because you have to get both of the attacks in, otherwise you may be kicked or whatever. I don't know how strict your clans are, but some clans are really strict with war attacks, like you have to get both of your attacks in within the first 10 hours or whatever, and if you haven't used your war attacks, it's just terrible, because you don't know what's going to happen to you within the next 10 hours. You may not be within the clan anymore, and you literally don't know what is going to happen to you, and it's just bad in general. I always feel terrible when I have not done my attacks yet and everybody else has done their attacks, or some people may also have not done their attacks, but it's like, I don't know, 5 hours in war and you have still not done your first attack, which is the worst thing. So better get your first attack in within the first 10 hours. Now if this rule doesn't apply within your clan, then obviously don't do that, don't follow what I say, but in my opinion you should get at least one attack in within the first 10 or 12 hours, something like that. But anyways, moving on towards the final two right here. So this one is going to be when you are in war but didn't want to be in war. So when you were set on red but your clan members, your co-leaders or the leader did still put you in war, and it's awful, because sometimes you have to do like a 40 versus 40 or 50 versus 50, and you have to be in war, like you're basically forced to be in war even though you don't want to be in war, and it's just bad because you literally haven't got anything planned. Sometimes you may even not know that you're in war and you're like 12 hours in, or like, I don't know, maybe 20 hours in already. That happened to me once, and then you realize you're in war and you may even be the final person without attacks done, and it's just terrible because you literally had no idea you were going to be in war, and it's just, I really don't like that feeling. Let me know down below in the comment section, has that ever happened to you, that you were in war without your willing? Just let me know down below in the comment section, I would really be interested in that. But the final thing right here is going to be global chat. Now you guys, if you enjoy going into global chat, then I don't know what is wrong with you, because literally global chat, one of the worst things. Everybody right there is like, I don't know, freaking 9 years old or whatever. I'm not saying anything bad. If you are a 9-year-old watching my videos, I do appreciate it, but there just are some people that literally, oh my god, they start cursing, they do everything. Literally, global chat is like one of the worst things within Clash of Clans, in my opinion. Now if you disagree with me, then I don't know. I mean, you may have some valid points. If you do have some valid points, be sure to let me know down below in the comment section what those valid points are, because if you don't have any valid points about liking global chat, then I don't know, it just wouldn't be fair. My points are, there are many people that are just really mean to other people, and then there are just others that literally, they are just annoying in general, and there's others that just they search for a girlfriend or whatever, or there's people that just start saying, please join my clan, please whatever. It's just a really annoying chat in general. People promoting the clans all the time, searching for members to join the clans. I would definitely recommend you guys avoid the global chat and just stay in your clan chat. But that being said, you guys, this has been my top 10 list about the 10 things that everybody hates within Clash of Clans. Let me know down below in the comment section, do you agree with me on this top 10 list? If you disagree with me, be sure to let me know down below in the comment section which one feature you would still add that Clash of Clans players hate within Clash of Clans. Now if you haven't already, but you do enjoy my content, then please be sure to subscribe to my channel for daily videos. And with all that being said, guys, my name is of course Asascha, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.